Joining us now, Director of Student Athlete Academic Center at BYU, Trevor Wilson. Trevor, I know you're a great basketball player, but apparently
we play pickup all the time with Trevor.
You're a pretty smart guy too, right?
I don't know if that's an accurate statement, but it is good to be here because I thought you guys only existed on my fantasy league noon basketball team. You're real.
It's fun to actually. We actually do things here.
We should do something besides like scrap around on the basketball court. Yeah.
So you worked closely with Jim Mcmahon in helping him finish. Tell us a story or two of your interaction with Jim and kind of how he went about this.
Sure. Well, first of all, it was a real special experience, and it's actually been in the makings for quite some time. I think Tom Homo would probably tell you, it's been 6 or 7 years I've been wanting to do this and push this. And about 2 years ago, we kind of we got some people together to really try and make this happen. Myself and Tom and many others, Jim Hamblin, and we put together an academic plan that would help him meet his graduation requirements. And there were a couple of hiccups along the way, maybe just a couple highlights. One was there was a time about a year ago maybe where it seemed to stall a little bit, and I was in a meeting with Tom and some others, and there was, we were just trying to push some things and make sure that this happened. And Tom got up and was very passionate, even emotional, and just said, "We have to graduate this guy. He's one of our guys." And Tom refers to a lot of former BYU players or alum as BYU guys. And it was really in that moment for me that I was like, this really is important. We've got to do this for this person. And Tom isn't just that way just for Jim McMahon. I mean, he's that way very sincerely for many of the student athletes. So that was really a highlight. And then, of course, it was a highlight to go out to his home and help him finish, get his coursework finished.
So you're in Scottsdale, right? You fly down there and you're working with him.
We fly down there and we're working with him. He was kind of at a point where it was pretty difficult for him to finish, and he was a little bit frustrated. And we were up against some timelines, and we just thought, let's do what we do for all the student athletes. Let's just get in there and help him, clear a path for him to finish this. And while I was there, I mean, I really realized some things about Jim that make this, a really special thing. I kind of maybe had in my mind that Jim wants to be in the Hall of Fame and he wants, to have the opportunity to do that, but it really wasn't that at all. Jim wanted to graduate because he wanted to graduate from BYU. He'd made some promises to his family, his father in particular, and that was really the driving motivation, and that was just so impressive when I was at his house to see that. And this wasn't easy for Jim. I mean, a lot of college coursework is recalling information, and Jim has the initial, he's in the initial stages of dementia, and so memorizing facts is not easy.
Yeah.
So
that'd be tough.
What will you remember most about the interaction you had with Jim and going through this process? Is there one memory or experience that sticks out among all the stuff that you just talked about?
Yeah, there are some. One of the most, he had 3 assignments left in his public speaking class, and they were speeches, but you'd think, give Jim McMahon a microphone and he's going to do great.
He does public speeches all the time.
That's it's Jim at his best, but he had specific topics he had to do, and he started doing them. He became frustrated, and it was really difficult for him. And finally, Lori, his friend, who's a doll, by the way, she's just great for Jim McMahon and this whole process. She sits us down and we have dinner. She cooks a very good roast, by the way. Nice. Side note, it was great. Kind of got Jim settled down. We go back into the room where he was studying, and we kind of present these assignments in a way that he really thinks he can finish them. And I kept saying to him, Jim, listen, the average student is not going to do a public speech as good as you can do it. And his response to that was, I don't want a good one, I want a perfect one. And I mean, that was really neat. And then maybe just another quick highlight, when we were all done with that and he'd finished that last assignment, we're celebrating, we're high-fiving.
Like, it's over, he's done it.
He's got it, everything done and completed. He calls his dad right away and says, Dad, I've done this. And that was a really special moment.
Wow.
We still kind of celebrate. I think I was even teary-eyed. And pretty soon we look around the room and we go, where's Jim? And his friend Mike was there, and he goes, well, I'll go find him. He goes out, and he comes back in. He goes, Jim's out cleaning up dog poop in the backyard. So, classic Jim McMahon.
That's funny.
Hey, I just graduated. Now I'm going to go take care of some stuff in the backyard.
Now, is this special treatment for Jim, or is this something you do with other athletes like him?
It is something that we would do for any former student athlete in similar circumstances. And our goal in the Student Athlete Academic Center, it really isn't about the athletics. It's about the academics. We want our people to graduate.
Thank goodness someone's worried about that, right? It's you guys, yeah.
And that's our mission. That's our focus. When I was first hired, Coach Mendenhall took me down to his office and he showed me this board. And on this board was pictures of guys. And he said, "This is the group that keeps me up at night the most." And it's a list of guys who haven't graduated. And he said, these are the guys I want to take care of. So we really try and reach out and help that group. So nothing special for Jim, but a very special moment, obviously.
Hey, Trevor, we appreciate the time. Look forward to playing basketball with you again, kind of.
Love it.
He embarrasses us, but hey, whatever.
Thanks
That's
a lot,
great
guys.
stuff. Thanks, Trevor.
Thanks.
Yeah, really good insight.